All, the title of my talk today is Streamline. Welcome to all. The title of my talk today is Streamline Your Shipments with the Freightview Connector. My name is Stefan Keller. I'm the CEO of Sodaxis, and we are an Odoo Gold partner. Let me say a few words about our company before I start. Now, as an Odoo partner since 2012, Sodaxis has been helping manufacturing and distribution companies across the US to improve their efficiency by implementing the Odoo ERP solution with the highest return on investment possible. Really, our primary goal is to help our customers to go through the implementation process successfully. At this point, we have about 40 employees, and we really have all the roles that you need to have a successful implementation. We have business analysts, developer, and system admins. And we have helped small companies that do not have any IT department, and then we do it all. But we have also helped very large companies that have their own IT department, and then we provide the missing knowledge. We are also a premium exhibitor of the Odoo Experience 2021. We're very excited about that. And so if you want to learn more about Sodaxis, or if you have any question later on, please join us at our virtual booth. So here's a short agenda. I'll start with an introduction, why Freightview Connector, and then I'll go straight into the demo. We're just starting with a demo plan. Why did we build a Freightview connector? If you're not familiar with Freightview, I highly recommend you take a look at it. If you have any LTL, less than truckload needs, Freightview lets you compare, book, track, and analyze shipments with your carriers, all the carriers that you have agreement with. And you can see all your negotiated freights and parcel rates in one place instead of going to a lot of different carrier websites. So it really lets you pick the best solution for the current shipment that you're working on. It supports LTL, partial truckload, flatbed, and many more. It really complements the connectors that Odoo already has for UPS, USPS, FedEx, and so forth and so on. So here's the demo plan. I'll start with showing you a workflow without packages. Then I'll show you a workflow with packages. And then I also will show you how we can do a vendor bill reconciliation. So let me jump to one of our demo system. So if you go to the shipping method that we set up for Freightview, you can see we added a provider exactly the same way Odoo is adding UPS or USPS. And then also, in order to get the credit, to get connected to Freightview, you need to get the API key from Freightview and then just enter it right here. Let me go to a sales order. I'll just duplicate this one. So I'll start with just two products that have the same LTL class. The LTL class is just basically defining the rate, the kind of rate that you're going to get from your carriers. Okay, and of course you can define this, class on the product, as well as the weight of the product as usual. And here, notice that we have also shown the delivery method, but of course you can, select it the usual way with, the setting up the shipping that Odoo used to set up the shipping cost. So Freightview is already pre-selected. I'll confirm this. Now let's go to the delivery order. You will see here that we have added that button that lets you create the code in Freightview with all the information that is in Odoo. So I will just go ahead without creating packages. This is going to, lead you directly to, the Freightview environment with the information for your shipping all, added to Freightview. So you can see here, we consolidated the two items in one box. and it give already the class. We'll get more detail in the next window. And here you get the list of the carrier that you have signed up with that are able to do that delivery with their rate. Now, in this test system here, we do not have a lot of carrier setup, but let me just show you here. This is from one of our customer system, and you can see that they have multiple carriers set up, and then each of the carrier then will bid for you the shipment, and you can see their rates and the number of days that the shipment will take to be delivered. Okay, and then you can select the one that is the most appropriate for what you need to do. All right, so I'm going back to our system where we have one carrier, so I'll choose that one. Once you choose the carrier that you want to use, then you'll get all the details of your shipment. And of course, we have already pre-populated everything from Odoo, including the warehouse information, the shipping address, and you actually have all the usual options that you have in Freightview that you can select. And then underneath here, you will see that, if you remember, we have two products for the same class, the class 65. And so we're just combining those two products into one box. We didn't enter any package in Odoo, so therefore we don't have the package information. So we just entered a standard dimensions for the box, 48 inches. But of course, at this point, you can just change it to whatever it is. And the total weight will come from the weight of all the product. But if the weight is slightly different, you can just update it right here. So once you have entered all the information that you need to, you can just go and schedule the pickup. Oh, we can only enter digits here, so I'll enter 4. Schedule pickup, confirming your rate. All right. Then it shows you a summary page, and it's processing it right now, and it's telling me there's an error because you cannot schedule for the same day past 3 p.m. That's a standard feature in Freightview. So I'll just go to the date and change it to tomorrow. I'll go back down, schedule the pickup. Now it's coming back to the summary page. It's processing it, and that's it. It's processed with the carrier that you have selected. You already have a tracking number. Now we can go back to Odoo, and at this point, get the shipment info from Freightview, clicking on this button. And so it just downloads the shipping cost and the tracking reference that Freightview has stored. Whenever you come back to the delivery order, you always have the option to view the shipment in Freightview. And if you click on that button, then it's going to bring you to the actual document in Freightview, and you can again review all the details there. So this was the case with just 2 products, but with the same class. So let me just do a quick second example with a third product of a different class. So this one is a LTL Class 100. I'll confirm that. I'll go to the delivery. I'll create a code in Freightview. Select the carrier I want to use. Review the details. And this time, as you can see, we sent to Freightview 2 package. So we just consolidated all the products that have the same LTL class. And then, as before, you can make the changes, then go back to, I'll just do it. Oh, we'll have to change the date. All right. We'll schedule it. Here we go. We get the tracking number. We have the cost. We can go back to Odoo. Right now, no shipping cost, no tracking reference. I'll get the info, and it's then stored into Odoo. So this is the cases that I want to show you without packages. Let me just show you another example with a package. Just going to duplicate, confirm, go to the delivery. I'm just going to put it in a package. Select a custom package in this case. I'll enter the weight. And so both of them will be put in the package. Notice that we have here the information about the LTL class of the product. But if you decide that that needs to be changed, you can change it here. Let's just do that. So I'll change it to LTL class of 70. I'll save that. Then the package is ready now. I can create the quote in Freightview again. Select the carrier. I'll change the date. And then you can see here that now Freightview has the information from the package that we enter in Odoo with the dimension that are set up in Odoo and the total weight that I just entered. And of course, I can just schedule the pickup. And then get the shipment information into Odoo. We also have a schedule action, of course, that can do that part for you if you don't want to, have to do it manually. Okay. So those are, as you can see, it's very quick. It's very efficient. You get the cost and the tracking reference back into Odoo. And now I'm going to show you that we can also go another step by verifying the estimated cost when we receive the vendor bill. And so if I just go to a bill, I'm going to enter it for my vendor, which is going to be the carrier. In this case, I'll enter the bill date. I'll add a line. Actually, I should have taken note of the price, but let's just see. So I'm going to enter in the bill reference. I'm going to enter the tracking number, and I'm going to enter a random price that let's see. I think it was about 300. That the vendor is sending us. And so now you can see here we have the option to check Freightview. And so the system will take the bill reference and will connect to Freightview, find the shipment based on the tracking number, and actually will populate everything here. So we find also the delivery order in Odoo, based on the tracking number, such that you can review it if you want to. We get the estimation from Freightview, and we also have a link to Freightview if you want to review the shipment. But here in this case, you can see that what the vendor is sending us is less than the estimated cost that they had given us previously. And so you can go ahead and confirm it. Okay. And of course, if the cost that the vendor is sending is more than the estimated cost, you can then review it and manage that accordingly. So those are what I wanted to show you. Okay. And so let me go back to the presentation. So conclusion, really, this module helps you streamline your shipment and increase your accuracy and efficiency. I think you were able to see how quick it is. And given that Freightview enables you to connect to all the carriers that you use, it's very useful to compare all of them. I would say that even if you're only working with one LTL carrier, it can be very useful, because at the time you decide maybe that you don't want to work with that carrier. Obviously, if you integrate it just with that carrier, and you want to switch to another one, you would have to integrate with that other carrier as well. Whereas with a Freightview, you just need to switch. Okay. But I still think that the most interesting part is the fact that you can compare all the carriers that you have agreement with, and then pick the best solution for the shipment that you're working on. The next the next thing we're planning for this module is we want to move the selection of the carrier and the scheduling to Odoo. So instead of doing it inside of Freightview, we just want to display all the option in Odoo, let the user select it here, there, and then just confirm it automatically with Freightview. That's the next step. Please don't hesitate to visit our virtual booth if you want to learn more. And we have a lot more apps. We have a credit management app. We have finance charge app. We have down payment on purchase orders. We have an authorized.net app for the back end. Odoo is taking care of the front end. We have the part that takes care of the back end, so that you can enter maybe a credit card payment from the sales order. We have a return management module. We have an AVA tax exemptions module. We have shipping terms. We have a full EDI connector app. We have an import app that enables us to import large amount of data directly by sending the data directly to the database through very large SQL queries. We have also an import scripts that enables us to import data through Talent. We have a check availability up till today plus end day. So by default, Odoo checks the availability for all the delivery order, and this module just check the availability of all the delivery order that are scheduled up till end days after today, and many, many more. We have hundreds of modules like that. So thank you. Please don't hesitate to visit us at our virtual booth, and note that we have an open position for a business analyst. So if that interests you, please contact us directly. And otherwise, I'll be happy to answer any question that you have. Thank you. What's your name again?
Edward. Hello, Stefan. So, welcome everyone. My name is Edward Elin, account executive here at Odoo San Francisco. An amazing talk. Thank you for the presentation and explaining the connector. We do have a question, Stefan, right here in the chat. Nathan Underwood says, does this automatically communicate with carriers like UPS and FedEx?
Yes, actually, that's a good question. And Freightview lets you also connect to a UPS and FedEx. So at the same time that you can review the offer from the carrier that you have agreement with for the LTL part.
Okay.
If it's a parcel or things like that, you can also get the quote from those carrier, and then if you want to, you can select them.
Amazing. Perfect. We do have a lot of highs and hellos from the team, like Carla, Maria, Rosel. So everyone that is tuning in, hello. We do have another question from Nathan. He says, would this work for managing quoting of trucks with independent carriers or truck drivers that are not already integrated, or will we use the shipping terms app you mentioned?
So the way it works is Freightview is connecting to a lot of different carriers that
Okay.
have their own API. And so, and then of course you need to have your own agreement with those carrier. Okay. But if you have an agreement with a carrier that's available to be connected to Freightview, then you can get them to give you a quote on Freightview. And of course, those that are not connected yet to Freightview, then you cannot get them that way, of course, right? I mean that
right.
that makes sense,
There's
okay?
not
I mean,
much we can do about that, right?
right. But I think also Freightview, they're very easy to work with, and I'm sure that they would be willing to connect to more, carrier if those carriers are not part of their network yet.
Exactly, perfect. So, and talking about the connections and what it's not and it is, what are you working on to get? What is the future of this connector? What are you working on right now?
Right. So, yeah, for us, this was really just the first step. And we like to do it in steps like this because, this is already very useful for our customers. It really streamlined their processes already, increase accuracy. You don't need to move the information from Odoo to Freightview, and it's quite quick. And so it's already very useful.
Okay.
Uh, but then progressively, we're going to bring more and more information back to Odoo, such that eventually everything can be managed from Odoo. Okay, so ultimately, a user will not even need to log into Freightview and see what's the result there.
Okay.
Select the carrier there. All of that will be done, within Odoo, and there's a number of fields that you can add on the once you have selected the carrier and you set up the shipping. There are a lot of fields that you can select there, and the idea you would be able to also select them from Odoo, and so then at that point it would be completely integrated then within Odoo.
Amazing. Yeah, the basically just one-stop shop, right? just do it in Odoo. Perfect. So
Exactly.
so perfect. Are you working right now in with another connector? You have it as some other on the door, like launching soon?
Yeah, actually, we just put this Freightview connector on the App Store. So I think we did that at the beginning of the week. And our team is also either it was put or they're about to put our EDI connector on the App Store.
Okay.
Okay. So we have our own EDI connector that's very user friendly, that enables us to basically import XML document as a document in Odoo, like for example, as a sales order, or we
Okay.
can also export an invoice as an XML document. And it's very easy to set up because you can set it up through a translation table. One of the big difficulty of EDI is that even though it sounds like, EDI provider make it sounds like, oh, you just connect to us and then you can connect to all those different customers. In practice, every customer has its own little differences in
Right.
terms of the document and all of that. So you really need to be able to manage that. Okay, it would be very difficult to just have one way to transform the data, and so our system really enable you to do that. Okay, and we have customers that are connected to tens of different customers with different EDI processes, different document element that are coming in, and
Yes.
we can manage all of that through our EDI connector. We have many more connectors and apps that some of them are the app stores, but some of them we never had the time to put it on the app store. So,
Yeah.
but they'll probably come in the future.
Amazing, amazing stuff. So yeah, you've been around since B7, right? And we're just launching B15. What are your hopes for B15? What are you looking forward the most?
Oh, I think um, every year we are amazed by the amount of new features that Odoo is adding to the software, to the point where um, it can be challenging actually to know everything
Yes.
that has been added. Okay, it takes a little while, so we're gonna right away start setting up some test system and make ourselves familiar with all the new features. And certainly at this point in time, compared to V7 and earlier version, the maturity of the product is much bigger, much better, which means that we don't have any hesitation to put new customer on the new version right away. So we
Right.
are starting a couple of customers in the next few weeks, and
Amazing.
we're definitely going to start them on V15 right away, and then
Amazing.
learn more about the new version. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. Like you're not afraid of, moving them forward, right? Like, yeah, start in B15 and we'll.
Right. I mean, well, it also helps. We have a team of about 30 developers at this point.
Okay.
Okay, so if there is some bug, I mean, this is software. There are always bugs. Okay, that's just
Right.
a fact of life, reality. But we're in the position of being able to properly investigate them, then figure out, what it is, then submit it properly to you guys, and get it resolved hopefully in a timely fashion. But we also have always the option, if it's really needed, to fix it ourselves. Then sometimes we just contribute that fix to Odoo. Okay, whatever our customer wants to do. Sometimes they can wait, and then
Right.
we just wait for Odoo to fix it. Sometimes it's a little bit more urgent, and then we can, but we can always do it ourselves then.
Yeah, perfect. So thank you so much, Stefan, for being here and giving us the talk. Of course, we know that you're gonna be meeting people in another meeting. So everyone in the chat, if you want to jump in with Stefan and talk directly to him, maybe about a connector, maybe something that is in your mind, even for this connector specifically. So be sure to jump in with him and talk a little bit more deeper. Stefan, thank
Yeah.
you so much for the time and the meeting. I'll see you in the next
Yeah,
one.
thank you so much for having us. Okay, and for everybody, we have our virtual booth. We have one of the premium sponsors, so if you want to talk to us, just join us there.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.